Bose Ultra Open. Bose released the Ultra Open Earbuds a few months ago, and I finally got my hands on them. Ever since Sony released their open back earbuds a few years back, I've always wanted a set. Now, I've always been really into music. Ever since I was a kid, I listened to it while I'm doing dishes, chores, while I'm editing videos, writing scripts, really while I'm doing anything. And I know I'm not the only person who's like that. The issue is that in the past, listening to music kind of closed you off from the world. Now, sometimes that is a good thing, but other times it can be dangerous or even rude. But that's where these earbuds come in. I've been using them for a few weeks now, and I have a couple thoughts. Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Grason, this is Tech With Me, and the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds might be a game changer. So what makes these earbuds so special? Well, basically they're open back headphones, but they're earbuds. Essentially what that means is they let sound in instead of blotting it out. These earbuds kind of clip onto the side of your ears rather than sitting inside. They just cover your ear canal a little bit, which basically gives you a perfect transparency mode whenever you're listening to music, podcasts, audiobooks, or really anything else. This is super useful for people who work retail, sales, office jobs, really anything where people might walk up to you and you need to be able to hear them coming and hold a conversation. But I also think it's useful for people who work in construction or in factories where you need to be able to hear what's going on around you for safety. These earbuds are the first Bose products that I've ever used, and so far I've been really enjoying them. I like them a lot, and judging by what seems to be their popularity, so is everybody else, because currently, at least at the time of scripting these, they are completely back ordered. You can't walk into a store and get them, and you can't really order them. Now, I got lucky because I happened to walk into a Best Buy that had these in stock, and honestly, I would have preferred the black ones, but hey, beggars can't be choosers, and honestly, I kind of dig the color scheme now that I've gotten used to it. The Bose Ultra Opens feature a 7.5 hour battery life with an extra 19.5 hours coming from the charging case itself. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, I think they're undershooting it a little bit. You know, a lot of times with brands, especially wireless and truly wireless earbuds, they kind of put a battery life on there that's best case scenario. But me, I've been using these while I've been at work, and I've gotten through a couple 8.5 hour shifts with them on, no problem. I think the battery life on these earbuds is definitely nothing to scoff at, and way better than a lot of the competition. Especially in comparison to like my usual daily drivers, my AirPod Pros, which are fantastic by the way, but their battery life really isn't. And I also think Bose did a really good job with the charging case itself, the design of it. It's pretty thin, and honestly, it doesn't really get in the way when you have it in your pocket. Now, it is bigger than, say, the AirPods or AirPod Pros, but really that kind of comes with the territory. Nobody beats Apple at this. Their design on those cases is just phenomenal. You can't get thinner than that. But with that being said, the Bose Ultra Open's case is really not huge at all. And like I said, it's the perfect size to fit in your pocket and take it with you on the go. But look, here's the deal. And I feel like it's fair to point out, at least to anybody who isn't super familiar with audio and earbuds who might be looking into these. The whole point of these earbuds is to let sound in, to be like you're not wearing anything at all, but still be able to hear your music. So, if you're somebody who frequents the gym, or maybe you work outdoors in noisy environments that you don't necessarily have to hear what's going on around you, you know, you might not want these earbuds because they don't offer any kind of noise cancellation. It's not possible, so you are going to hear what's going on around you. Now, like I said, that is the point, but just to be very clear to some people that might not understand that, like, there is no noise cancellation. Now, with that being said, I have worn these earbuds while cutting the grass at my dad's house, also while on the treadmill at my home. And if you cut the volume up to 100, while you do hear what's going on around you, it's not terrible. The sound kind of blots out the other sound, and that's a good thing. That means it is possible to wear these without getting too annoyed when you're walking on a treadmill or doing something noisy. But for other people, these might not always be your daily drivers. They could be your go-to earbuds, but some people might want to have a spare set around that goes in their ears just to be safe for when they're doing something that's really noisy. To backtrack just a little bit, speaking of me using these while I was on the treadmill or while cutting grass, they do have some water resistance built in, sweat resistance built in, and that's definitely awesome because some earbuds don't. And when you get sweaty, especially if you're outside mowing the lawn, you could ruin a pair of earbuds really quick. So I'm super grateful that they have it. But with that being said, these earbuds do have a few caveats. Firstly, while I think these earbuds do sound great, and I really do, I think that they have a wide and pretty full sound profile, but the low end is a little lacking. The bass is there, but I wouldn't call it booming by any means. I don't even know if I would describe it as deep. Now, to be fair, that is completely expected. I don't want to knock these completely because of that, because you have to expect that when you're going into open back earbuds or open back headphones. The fact of the matter is that because they are open, there is nothing to hold the sound in. It just releases the sound out into the wild, which basically negates any type of rumble. What I will say though is that Bose definitely handles this a lot better and sounds a lot better than the Sony open ear link buds did when I tried them. Don't get me wrong, I love Sony. I have a Sony TV hanging up on my wall right now. I'm shooting this on a Sony camera. Sony is great with audio, but their open ear link buds had absolutely zero bass response, and I returned them about 15 minutes after purchasing them because of that. With these Bose Open Ear Ultras, at least it's there. It's not strong, but it's present, and they sound a lot better because of that. Secondly, for me, they do seem to stay in my ears well, but I always have this feeling that they're about to fall off. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a secure fit, a tight fit. I could shake my head and nothing happens. They're not going anywhere, but it always feels like they are because of the design. And I don't think there's necessarily a way to fix that or rectify that. It's not even horrible or a bad thing per se, but for some people it may bother you. Once you get used to it, after a few weeks I have become used to it, it doesn't bother me. But the first couple of days, I was so afraid I was going to lose these. Otherwise, these are very, very comfortable. Usually I don't have any problem with regular earbuds, at least if I'm only wearing them for an hour or two at a time. Past 2 hours, regular earbuds like my AirPod Pros tend to get a little uncomfortable in my ear. My ears get sore. I've worn these for a few hours at a time on several occasions, and up to 8.5, 9 hours at work on several occasions, and I've had no issues with comfort. They've stayed comfortable the entire time. Lastly, and this is probably the biggest issue I've had with these earbuds so far, there is no real way to know what the battery level of the charging case is. Not in the Bose app, not on the case as far as I can tell, not anywhere. The Bose app will tell you how much battery the earbuds themselves have, and when you put them in, the voice assistant will tell you as well. But because I don't know how much battery is in the case, it's led to a few times where I would put them in, the assistant would say the battery was at 80%, and I would choose to put them back in the case and let them charge a little bit longer before I put them in because I wanted all of the battery. And then when I pulled them out and put them back in, the voice assistant let me know the earbuds were at 60% battery. Basically what I'm saying is I lost time to use them because I assumed the charging case was full or had some battery in it, but I was wrong, and there's so far no way to tell. Now, I'm not a coder by any means. I've never developed an app. I don't know what all goes into it, but it at least seems like since there's already a battery indicator for the left and right earbuds, that to add to the app a battery indicator for the charging case shouldn't be too hard. I would think if they add that, that's my biggest complaint gone. It makes these earbuds almost perfect. But with that being said, until that happens, this isn't a game changer. It's not a game killer. It's not like, oh, I don't want these anymore because of that. But it is something to think about and consider if you pick these up. Overall, though, I think the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds are awesome. I've really enjoyed my time with them. And when I picked them up, I didn't know if I was going to keep them, but I think I'm going to keep them. I'm going to daily drive them. I really love these earbuds. I've used them pretty much constantly since I got them. And I also think it's awesome that Bose was able to take this concept and make it really, really work. You know, like I said, I didn't have a great experience with the Sonys, even though I loved the idea. And Bose took that idea and they ran with it. They're awesome. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Have you thought about picking these up? What do y'all think of Bose? What do you think of open back headphones and earbuds in general? And what do you think about these earbuds? I think I've already said that, but anyway, main point being, I would love to hear from you guys. I always like to read my comments and I try to respond to every single one. So let me know down below what you guys are thinking, how you're feeling, or just check up, say, hey, what's up? And we'll have a conversation. I always love to hear from you guys. But anyway, guys, thank y'all very, very kindly for watching. My name is Grayson, and this has been Tech with Me.